If you need to know the type of person I am, I'll tell you. First of all, I was a fan of both Alira and Selene for 2 years. These two were my inspiration to want to make people smile and laugh. And yes, that inspiration was cut into 2, but I'll manage. I personally do not believe in the great Gurat, and most of the time I won't take anyone seriously if they do believe in it, though I'll try to keep an open mind. I once gave Nijsanji the benefit of doubt, but I no longer do and no longer will support them. With that out of the way, here's my opinion. First of all, I'm going to assume you have no idea what's going on. If you don't somehow, just watch Mojin video on the situation. I think it fully explains it, but I'll give you a quick summary of mine. Niji terminates Selene, Dokibird reveals Nijsanji is a fucking terrible company. They try to slander her, she clapped back. Okay, let's start. How do I start this? Oh, I know. Let's start with the obvious. The infamous black box stream. The one that Alira took part of. Look, despite being a Alira fan for 2 years, I won't deny that Alira didn't do anything wrong. She totally did. And despite how many people will try to justify what she did, including me sometimes, nothing will really change the fact what she did was still wrong. I understand that some people do have a hard time believing that she would do this. Hell, I'm surprised she did this in the first place. She really didn't seem to be the type of person to do this, so I understand why some people are trying to justify what she did, like bringing up the work visa argument as well as other arguments. I know some people don't want to believe that she would just do this for a malicious reason, especially when the Gurat's basically setting her up to be the big villain of this entire situation. But I want to say this. Forced or not, what she did was bad and nothing will fully justify what she did. Sure, it may not have painted her as a terrible person as many had, but she did something bad. I don't really think she's the bully that bullies Selene, but she still hurt her for making that stream. Though I still believe she could do the right thing as long as she makes the right steps. Though I want to make it clear, apologizing and admitting what she did was wrong shouldn't be about fixing her career. It should be about admitting what she did was wrong and improving herself to become a better person. How long will that take? I don't know. Another thing I want to say is be careful what information you're getting for these situations. As with most things, people are making up things and ignoring true information to fit the narrative. So be careful for those people. Another thing I want to say is I hope you know the difference between criticizing someone and harassing someone. Going out of your way to tell someone to end their own life is harassment and something should be justified. And it's something that needs to be called out. Criticizing someone is someone who said what you did was wrong because you were spreading misinformation that could deeply hurt someone. Stuff like that. Like, you can criticize someone like Claude for saying you can always just ask, when referred to the livers can always ask for their plate button, which is the stupidest shit I ever heard. Including Vox, you could criticize him for just saying you can always just graduate. It takes months to graduate. Stupidest shit, I tell you. Look, why I'm talking about the difference between criticizing and harassment is because I don't see a lot of people calling out these type of people's behavior. The people I'm talking about are the extreme Niji anti. You know, the type of people who are taking things too far. I don't like these people for a lot of reasons, mostly because they're massive hypocrites. Like, these people will say they don't like the horrible things Niji did to Dokibird, true, but then proceed to harass the livers, which I really don't like. I'm also aware of the other side, that being Niji sisters, who are just as bad. These people will try to justify what Nijsanji did, which I will never understand. I will never understand why people would try to justify what a company does. It's a company. It does not have a face nor a soul. It's not a person. So the fact that people will try to justify what Nijsanji did to Dokibird is truly terrible, and it goes to show that some people care more about the company than the livers themselves, which worries me a lot. Nothing these people will do ever justify what Niji did, and these people need to understand that. All I'm saying is that I don't support the company at all, though I'm willing to give the livers a chance. Most of them, at least. I won't lie, I don't trust Luca after that document, including Aster. I still believe these livers can still do the right thing, though, like I said, it will take time. Anyways, that's all I want to say. The only reason I made this video in the first place is to release some part of my frustration, because for so long, I gave Nijsanji the benefit of the doubt, even after what happened to Sayu, but now I feel like an idiot. That, and I feel like a lot of people need to know that despite what Alira, Vox, and Ike did, know that they are still humans and nothing that they do will ever take that from them. And harassing them is never justified. We're all capable of making bad choices, especially them, though I won't deny what happened afterwards was expected. In other words, they reap what they sow. I also want to say that if the whole situation is bothering you, then it's okay to just get off the internet and take a deep breath of fresh air. It's understandable that you're upset, and I am too, but I also want to say that nothing is 100% confirmed yet. We have no idea what's going on behind the scene at all. Do we know the bullies? Are there any bullies in the first place? I'm not sure, and no one else does other than the livers themselves and Doki Bird. None of us know the full story, no matter how many people on Twitter and 4chan claims they do just because they read a theory that sounded slightly possible. And I also want to say this, it's okay if you don't like the livers for what they did. I don't either. It's okay if you hate them, but it doesn't mean you get to harass them. I know that hate leads to harassment, but you shouldn't be harassing them just because you hate them. But if you still want to watch them, then that's fine. I won't tell you what to do with your life. I won't judge you for it. And if you don't want to watch them, then that's also fine. I still won't judge you for it. But I will have a problem if you do harass them and try to justify it, even though harassment will never be justified. I hate seeing that kind of stuff, especially when I was there for the Pikami Hogwarts Legacy drama. I still care about the livers. I don't care about the company, and I will always support Doki Bird. Other than that, that's all I have to say.